versus top 5 passing defense. I won't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Berrios. Second catch for him today, and they're running down for first down. The Dolphins at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Hey, 21 TX. Hey.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Looking to pass. Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
Motion man is Berrios. Tua going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle it?
There he goes, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And that play, Charles, diagnosed pretty well.
It absolutely was, because coming from inside out, he took a great angle that time, didn't he? Sometimes you have to pick through trash. Sometimes you have an open space. But on that bootleg, he was right on the spot. Really nice job tracking him down in the open field.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Tua. And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
All right, come on.
Now it's second and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Whoa. Let's go.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Now Wilson running left on the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now Hill to return it. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hey, cover one.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Tua to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 42. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
21G, 21G.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 95 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Up the middle, it's Williams. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now he'll escape, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run, as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On second down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's third and a few inches. Up the middle they go. It's McLaughlin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action now. Wilson. Forced, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Turbo 1, Hive! Turbo 1, Hive!
First down, they go back to A-Chain. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, 36 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Broncos 24. Dolphins nothing. Will Lutz set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Turbo 3, kick!
Now Tua.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
A-Chain on 1st and 10.
There's the stiff arm. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
That's who is going to change things up.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
One flip. You guys, listen. Start.
They run it again with Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
A give up the middle to A-Chain.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the draw, here's Williams. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Looking to pass. Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
A-Chain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Go.
Oh, look at this play call. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down and 8.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Javon Holland on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play action. It's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Williams is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Williams will try again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Dolphins 6. Will Lutz
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey! Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua now on first down. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 38-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who